would love it if everybody could give me a big smile. Now, if everyone could raise their hands above their heads, and if everybody could say hello at the count of 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Fantastic. It appears I do not need to call 911, as no one in the room looks like they're having a stroke. The 3 symptoms I watched for today were facial drooping, weakness in the arms, and speech difficulty. These are the main symptoms you should look for if you're unsure whether someone you know may be having a stroke. In case you forget, it goes by the acronym FAST. And you should act fast, because having a stroke is like coming home to your house being on fire. The longer you wait and watch, the worse things will get. Every year, 15 million people worldwide are affected by stroke, and over 50% of these people will suffer from permanent disability, such as paralysis, speech impairment, and more. I know it doesn't have to be this way, which is why my research is focused on improving blood flow to the brain after stroke occurs. Let me break it down. Picture the brain as a city, where the blood vessels are the roads and the blood flowing through is like traffic. In a healthy brain, blood flows rapidly through the larger blood vessels, like cars on a highway, and more slowly through the smaller blood vessels, like cars on narrow side streets. Ischemic stroke occurs when blood supply is cut off to part of the brain, typically by a clot in the large blood vessels. This is like a car crash on the highway, where the clot is the accident holding up traffic. When this happens, cells within the brain can begin to die within minutes, and this leads to major consequences such as permanent brain damage and the disabilities associated with stroke. So, what happens when there's a crash? Well, we call for help, and the body calls for its frontline immune cells, which are the neutrophils. Neutrophils are a type of white blood cell that help heal damaged tissue and resolve infections. Neutrophils are kind of like paramedics, who are often first on the scene to promote healing. For many diseases, this is a good thing, but for stroke, think again. Imagine we all call for help, and every ambulance in the city rushes to the scene of the crash. They take the side streets to get to the highway, but end up clogging these streets, making traffic even worse. This is essentially what happens during stroke. Neutrophils rush through the smaller blood vessels to get to the site of damage. However, since neutrophils contain sticky receptors on their surface, they often end up getting stuck. This creates new blockages and further prevents the brain from receiving oxygenated, rich, nutrient-filled blood. Now, this is where I come in. I'm researching ways to safely prevent neutrophils from creating blockages in the small blood vessels. You can think of me like a traffic director. My research uses human blood samples containing millions of neutrophils within to determine what treatments might decrease the number of sticky receptors on their surfaces. This will allow us to determine how we can improve blood flow post-stroke. So, while I won't be spending my 2 years at the U of A directing real traffic, I hope to effect real change with my research.